Welcome back to Young NFL Analyst, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Broncos offense. The Broncos offense is going to be a confusing thing this year to project because of the fact that Nathaniel Hackett is a first-time coach. What I would project is that he's going to go with two quarterbacks. Why? Because he's only brought three to camp. He brought Russell Wilson, Josh Johnson, and Brett Ripen. The reason that I think he goes with two is because Russell Wilson and Josh Johnson would be your two, and Brett Ripen is someone who's been in the Broncos culture but hasn't necessarily done anything on the field, and therefore he carries two and allows himself to have more players on the defensive end. Because of him being an offensive coach, he most likely thinks that he can take guys who are already good and make them excel without needing all those extra roster spots. Now, looking at the running back position, you've got Javonte Williams, Mike Boone, and Melvin Gordon. Javonte Williams most likely will take over the running back one role, along with Melvin Gordon being his 1-2 punch, and Mike Boone rounding out that running back crew, with Andrew Beck being the fullback. Looking at the receivers, it looks like it's going to be Jerry Jeudy, Courtland Sutton, KJ Hamler, Tim Patrick, Seth Williams, and then at receiver 6 you have a bunch of guys who have an opportunity. You have Travis Fulgham, you have Kendall Hilton, you have Tyree Cleveland, you have Trey Quinn. Those four guys can battle it out for who could be receiver number 6, and it may come down all the way down to special teams, which would leave Tyree Cleveland as a front runner, a veteran like Trey Quinn, a player like Travis Fulgham who has prior history of leading the Eagles in receiving, or looking at a guy like Kendall Hilton who's been there for years with the Broncos, which doesn't necessarily mean anything now, but still something the Broncos may look at. Looking at tight ends, you've got Albert, Greg Dulcich, and Eric Saubert. Most likely those will be your three tight ends that they're running with. And then the O-lineman is where you have about 9 guys who will make the roster. So you're looking at Garrett Bowles at left tackle, Dalton Reisner at left guard, Graham Glasnow at center, Quinn Marinez at right guard, and Billy Turner at right tackle, leaving 3 solidified guys on the bench. That is Lloyd Cushenberg, Tom Compton, and Calvin Anderson. Looking at Luke Waterberg as the 9 guy for me, just because of how well he was at college in Washington, or a guy like Nathaniel Mutu, who could be someone who could be a backup guard, with you already having Lloyd Cushenberg as your backup center on that depth chart.